Thomas here with Much Props, going to give you another how-to video. Today I thought I would take a different approach to making a mask. I have made a ridiculous amount of builds here on the channel, over 350 videos on how to make stuff. I have 146 templates as of today. Free templates in the description of the videos that they play for. You can download them for free. Make sure you're doing it on a computer and not on a cell phone, because a lot of times it doesn't work. But I thought I would take a couple of templates and mash them together. So I was looking through some of my more recent ones and I picked out a handful. So I'm going to do 3 templates into one, make a mix of something that hopefully turns out cool, because a very common thing that I get asked is if I can make a template for some particular build, and a lot of times those basic shapes are already in other builds that you could pull from and just modify. So that's what I'm going to do with this build today. I am going to use the Samurai Mempo that I recently made, the Reaper from Overwatch, and the horns from my Plaid Effects con masks that I made to make something hopefully unique and interesting. So let's make a weird demon mask. Let's get to building. I pulled out the templates and removed the pieces from the paper. My templates are taped onto copy paper and then scanned into my computer. I'll include the links to these 3 templates below if you want to give this one a go. I traced all the pattern parts onto some 6mm EVA foam and cut them out. Pay attention to the highlighted edges, they tell you where the angle cuts are. The cover page of my templates explains all the markings you see. I assembled the Samurai Mempo first. My template is laid out in the top left to help you see the part orientation. I laid down a layer of contact cement on all the edges. Once it's all set up, I tack the edges together. Use the registration marks on all the edges to help you align the parts properly. If you're building with me, you could always slow down the video in the settings and pause it as you go so I don't get too far ahead of you. I really like the shape of the top of the Reaper mask, so I knew originally when I built this thing that it would have to make a reappearance for another build. I did use the nose piece, but ended up cutting in a V shape to join it to the Mempo. I use my dummy to help me line the parts up easier. The top joins at the nose across the seam line and then attaches at the temples on the sides. Then last, time to assemble the horns. I go into a slower assembly on the build I did for the Plaid EffectsCon video a while back. You could always go back and watch it or the other videos for these builds to kind of see a slower down version. Horns are always a little bit complicated looking because the templates don't typically look like they would go together, but trust them, they do. I figured out the placement of my horns and trimmed them to fit snugly on the head. Then using my seam lines and registration marks, I marked the spot I wanted to glue them to, laid down some contact cement, and joined the horns to the demon. To fill the gaps on the sides, I just held up more foam to the spot, marked onto the shape, and cut it out a little extra along the edges to glue to. You'll also notice the cheek and chin have a recess now. I extended it a little further because my head didn't fit in it properly, so using the same technique of just holding foam up there and tracing, I did the basic same thing. To add some details to my mask, I used some 15mm half dowels I got on Blick. You can use these to hide seam lines, add details, or even add shapes that would require a ridiculous amount of sanding. I keep a pretty big supply of different sizes and shapes for that exact reason. To give it another cool little detail and almost give it a futuristic feel to it, I added a resin cast part I pulled out of one of Evil Ted's Cosmolds. I sanded out a little notch to connect my trim edges to end in. 2 coats of Plasti Dip, then I gave the base a light dust of silver spray paint. You may notice my mat has changed 3 times. Freezing temperatures caused my mat to delaminate from underneath my table. I tried gluing it to the other side and it left this weird residue, which was in the last shot, so I ordered a new one and glued it under with epoxy. I paint the horns and trim work with some Platifex acrylic paint using a paintbrush. I saw one of these compressor/airbrush contraptions on Amazon for sale the other day and thought I would give it a try. I mixed my Platifex acrylic paint with Windex, a 1:1 ratio to make it an airbrush friendly viscosity, and gave it a go. It took loads of passes to eventually get the effect of a gradient that I wanted, but I got there eventually. Not too sure about this airbrush combo, probably need to do a little more testing before I give it a yay or nay. Instead of painting the inside of the resin cast, I sanded out the middle with my Dremel and glued in these cool glass beads I found at the hobby store the other day. For the lenses, I just cut apart a cheap pair of glasses I got from Harbor Freight and hot glued them into place. Super glue will haze up the outside of the lenses. To cover the mouth, I just hot glued in some black cloth from an old shirt. And like most of my mask builds, I added some strapping. You just sandwich some 1-inch elastic banding between the mask and some small pieces of foam to reinforce it. And we are finished. Here is the end result. Overall, not too bad. There were obviously modifications that I had to make to it for very specific reasons. The Overwatch mask was made to be open at the bottom, so my jaw could easily fit out. The Samurai mask was meant to be open at the top, and when combining those two, it was too small for my head. So that's why I made that cut right there to extend out the jawline so that my head could actually fit in it, and then just cutting scraps to fill in blank areas. I like the position of the horns. I think they're pretty cool, but if you were trying to make something like this yourself, you could also think about putting magnets here so that you could actually reposition the horns. Overall, I like the way it turned out. I think it's pretty cool. The only thing that I may do differently in the future is maybe add lights to it and that kind of stuff, but the paint job that you see here was decided on by my Patreons. They gave me some feedback on one of the polls that I did and said that this kind of glowy toxic or green is what they wanted, so that's kind of what I went with and just kind of ran with it. So yeah, maybe you will try and make something using my templates and modify them yourselves. Why not say I challenge you to? And make sure to tag me in those posts. I love seeing my templates put to good use, and you coming up with something of your own off of a remake or a remaster of something that I built is totally cool. Maybe you'll get some...
Yay!
And inevitably, they're going to ask you, how'd you make that? And give them one of these. Tell them, much props. Links to my Patreon in the description below. Please consider joining these awesome people to help support the channel to keep putting out builds.